check one. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say we're good.
welcome in from, where are we at? Birdsboro, not Ole tonight.
We're in Birdsboro.
I was almost calling the game from Ole. Text Jerry, I'm like, hey, man, sorry. I'm on my way, but he was texting me earlier about our game on Monday, about how he visited the gym at Ole, and my brain automatically just went, oh, hey, I'm going to Ole tonight.
We all have these things happen.
Somewhere around Tobias Frog, realized, oh, no. Had to go climb the mountain.
Might be in the wrong spot.
Might be in the wrong spot. I had to go climb over the entire mountain to get here, but I am here, and so are the Muhls, as they take on the Daniel Boone Blazers this evening. Welcome in. I'm Ryan Lineweaver, alongside our producer, Jerry Gelliff. And the Muhls looking for their first victory here this evening, and they will do so against an opponent ripe for the picking here in the Blazers. The Muhls coming in 0-9, 0-5 in Burke's one play. Daniel Boone coming in 2-9, 0-4 in Burke's play.
Now let's meet the starters for the visiting Lady Muhls.
So there are two programs desperately searching for some answers here. As we take a peek at the starters here for the Muhls, Kaylee Rivas will be in there.
22, Rihanna Cuenca.
Kendall Meacham as well. Also number 22, Rihanna Cuenca, Bianca Ramos, and Kenley Brill. Kenley Brill will also be in the lineup here for the Muhls.
And now, the starting five.
And I'm pretty sure we found her parents sitting almost directly in front of us. May I not screw up her name this evening. So you have Talia Robinson will be starting out here. And I marked everyone getting their first fouls instead of actually marking quarters played. Well done here. Off to a blazing start.
2-1.
Junior, number 10.
Gia Ottavino. Sorry, and I'm going to screw that one up. It's Ottaviano.
There you go.
Got to add a little bit more Italian stank on it.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Wadsworth.
Number 13.
Jess Parrott, who leads the team in scoring.
And senior, number 24. Grace Glass.
And rounding out their starting lineup
This time, we ask that you rise for the playing of the
is Grace Glass. Take a quick break here for the national anthem and get right to it when we come back. Two programs in search of answers here. 8 minutes up on the board. Muhlenberg seeking its first win of the season after opening here with 9 straight losses, while Daniel Boone has won twice, but still winless in Burke's 2 play at 0-4. Have a chance here for both teams to build a little bit of momentum as the season reaches its midpoint here. We'll see if the Muhls can finally break through and get Coach Toledo her first win of the season. We get ready here for the opening tip. It'll be Grace Glass taking on Kaylee Rivas.
Actually, Ryan, I'm told that Coach Toledo had a baby a couple days ago.
No kidding.
Yep. Congratulations.
As a proud parent of 2 little cherubs, congratulations. Turnaround in the lane, no good. Metcham grabs the rebound here. Up ahead they go. Player on the floor, tripped over her own feet. The layup attempt, no good. Ball still loose, and we're going to have a foul here on the floor. And I believe it's on Boone. The foul is not going to be on Boone. It will be on Rivas. The loose ball will turn it over to Boone. Full court pressure here for Boone. They break it pretty easily. Down low to Parrott. Parrott looking down on that right block. She'll kick it out. That one off the old oven mitts and out of bounds. Muhls basketball. Running a little motion offense here. Muhls coming in, averaging about a little under 34 points a game. Hey, shocker. So are Daniel Boone. Muhls are at 33.9. Boone's at 33.4 as they look down on the low block. A little head fake. Turnaround is blocked as Ramos is left feeling rejected. Blazers going from left to right on your screen. Wearing their home white jerseys with the baby blue trim, and another turnover for them. We're still scoreless here. Turnover number 2 so far. Going into the lane, we're going to have a foul, I believe, en route. And the other officials indicating that there will be 2 shots. Ottaviano called for the personal. Ramos to the line. Misses the first. Free throw shooting is one of Muhlenberg's best attributes this season, believe it or not. Touch over 66%. They'll miss both there. First one up and in. Just Parrott with her first bucket. Finally breaks open the scoring account for both sides. Little driving kick. Now trying to go one-on-one in the lane. Turnaround jumper is short. Parrott, nobody around her, grabs the board. Looking down low, that one's stripped away. Nice job on the defensive side by Bianca Ramos. Now she's going coast to coast. Little no-look pass. Jumper just inside the arc, no good. Put-back attempt off the rim. Attempt there by Rivas, a little short. Blazers moving down into the low post, a little hesitation, and makes them pay. Talia Robinson slammed on the brakes a second. Lulled the Muhls defense to sleep. 3 up and on the way. That one in and out by Ramos. Blazers taking the open 3. That one short off the rim. Now in transition, basically 1v5. Some Muhls trailing behind here. Now quick drive to the lane. And we're going to have a foul on the shot attempt as Grace Glass got her with the body. It'll be her first. Settle mark 2 at the stripe for Kenley Brill. Kenley leading the way as a sophomore here, off front iron. Tick under 13 points a game through the first 9 for the Mules as Kaylee Goodwin checks in. She was 42 of 53 from the stripe coming in. Switches the second, and the Mules are on the board. She averages just a shade under 5 of those free throw attempts per game. Mules coming out in some help defense there, and we're going to have a foul on the attempt, I believe, on Ramos. If true, that would be her second. And it will. I'm sorry, that actually was her first. Yeah, here we go. This is where I get into my using pen being a detriment. Glass at the stripe hits the first.
I have pencils. You want a pencil?
I like danger. Second one off, back iron. Mules recover. Weaving in and out. Wide open attempt from beyond the arc. That one high arching shot attempt. Hits the rim a few times and finally drops. Kaylee Goodwin, welcome to the party. She hits the tray, and it's 5-4. Loose ball. Blazers turn it over. It's at least turnover number 3 for the Blazers here in the first half of first quarter. And stuck now. Able to give it up before she drops that pivot foot. We'll swing it across just inside the arc from Reyes off the mark. Ottaviano the board. And the Mules looking for that elusive first victory. That one off the mark by Parrott. Shot from beyond the arc, not necessarily the Blazers' forte. They're averaging just under 1.5 threes per game. Much more an inside the arc type of team. Do get to the line, but only shoot about 50% from the stripe as Cuenca decides to launch one from dead center 3. Won't get it done. That one stripped away, and I believe that we're going to have a follow-up foul here on Glass. That would be her second. Blazers, case of the Butterfingers here in the first quarter. At least their 4th turnover. Marking the ones that I remember. Also standing here. Usually I'm sitting, so it makes trying to do stats a lot more precarious. I have to fold my book in half and just flip it back and forth. That one picked off. Another Mules turnover. Going coast to coast. Won't get it done. It was Robinson. Blazers come down with the board. Don't get tied up, but then end up traveling as Wadsworth has her pivot foot slip. It'll be turnover number 5. Cuenca into Brill. Mules with a 3 to their credit already. They average about 3 per game, and there's A second one from Kaylee Goodwin. Muhls with the lead at the back of her 2 threes. Blazers move it around the arc and finally stripped by Goodwin. Goodwin going coast to coast, has it stripped away from her. She's able to save it, and honestly, it helped her out because she had lost her dribble, and she was able to recover it because it was tipped and start her dribble again. Lost it in front of the Blazers bench, and it remains Muhls basketball. That one just seemed meant to be. Driving to the lane, won't get it, and one, but Ramos will go back to the stripe. Nice drive by her, being aggressive. Going right up with it on the right side. First one good. Bianca Ramos on the board. Second one good. Ramos hits both. Extends the Muhlenberg lead to 4. 1:10 left here in the first. That one picked as Goodwin once again. Quick hands at the top of that 2-3. This time trying to close out on the 3 attempt. That one off the mark. Muhls snag the board. 50 seconds left here in the first. And that one is a 2 by Brill. Toe on the line. And the Blazers taking a 30-second timeout. Wonder if the referee is going to yell at them to get up off the bench too. They won't, because they're already standing. It's the rest of the bench that's still sitting down.
Ref doesn't look cantankerous tonight.
Just can't have your starters sit, that's all.
Is that a rule or a practice?
No, it's a rule. 30-second timeout, they have to stay standing. Full timeout, they're allowed to sit, grab water. I mean, they can still grab water now, but as you can see, they have a nice periwinkle Stanley mug over there.
It's a pretty persnickety rule, if you ask me.
Listen, we got things to do, places to see, basketball to be played. Can't have you sitting down and then let's go.
Don't get comfortable.
See, this is already tough enough because the Muhls most certainly had their starters sit. So we had that in the boys' game last night. They went over and yelled it at Boone to, hey, 30 second, get up.
Up, let's go. Come on, you slackers, move it.
Slackers. Are you Principal Strickland? 6-point lead here for the Muhls. It's a Back to the Future reference if anyone's listening.
The Boone boys do have a McFly on the roster.
It's a good, hearty American name.
Truly is.
And Dunn working hard, gets it and one. This would not be denied, trying to pick up her own miss. Does so and has a chance at a 3-point play. That one off to the right, and it's going to stay with Boone as it's tipped away. That time Brill getting her hand on it, knocking it out of bounds. Boone with a chance here to basically have as many as 5 points on what seems like one possession. Floater blocked, and that looked clean to me. Looked clean to me. What do I know? Kaylee Goodwin called for the personal. That'll be number 2 for her. Her second, team's 4th. Will be wiped away in about 16 seconds anyway. Talia Robinson, her first trip to the stripe, hits the first. And the second. She now has 4. Lead is cut from 4-2. Muhls will have the last laugh here as Brill driving, kicking, 7 seconds. Everyone except for one standing behind the arc. They'll look to feed it down low. Buzzer beater, count it. Kendall Metcham. How about that? Goodwin opting to forego the corner pocket 3, instead feeds it down low. Kendall drops it in and re-extends that lead to 4. So at the end of 1, it's 13-9. Muhls on top in search of that first win. We'll have more to come here on the Muhls Sports Network. Back to it here in Birdsboro. As they say in probably like 75% of Pennsylvania. Muhls sitting on a 4-point advantage. Argued to say probably one of their first leads of the entire season. It's Kendall off back iron. The schedule has not been kind to the Muhls. It's that one, I believe, that Cuenca got a piece of it. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blazers. Rivas back in. She'll take the place of Goodwin.
Why is the schedule not being kind?
Well, the closest matchup that they've had so far was against Twin Valley, which was a 12-point loss. Recently off the back of a loss to Wilson, 60-24. Berks Catholic, 65-37. Lost 73-46 to Carlisle. 56-18 to Reading. So, yeah, the schedule has not been so kind to them. A 3 up. That one doesn't even hit rim. It clangs off the backboard. Blazers still have it. I would say they had a shot clock, not to reset it, but that one's stolen away. Brill picking the pocket, going up, and fouled from behind en route. To the stripe she goes. I feel like Jerry trying to keep me on task there with the extra questions.
Trying to keep you in the game.
Brill averaging just under 13. Had 3 points in the first quarter. Rattles home the first.
Would you call that a good foul?
Send her to the stripe instead of getting an easy layup? Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't get the shot off for an and one? Yeah, absolutely. My dad would be proud of that.
Father sounds like a maniac.
My dad always told me that if you're going to foul somebody, make sure they're not going to shoot. Worst thing you can do is have them do an and one. Brill hits both, 3 of 4 at the stripe. She has 5 to pull up the rear to Goodwin here on the Muhls, second on the team so far. That one picked off. Ooh. Brill once again with sticky fingers. Trying to feed down low, and we're going to have a travel. Ramos went ice skating there after receiving the pass and turns it over. Muhls kind of floating into more of Now there you go. Now it's back to a 2-3. Just zoning up. One shot no good. Second shot even worse. That one, rebound picked up and nearly turned over at midcourt. Trying to drive baseline is Parrott. Parrott up and under and fouled. Muhls with a 6-point advantage here with 6:15 left here in the second. See, and this is why the actual scorers don't use pen. Referees changing the foul call from Brill to Metcham.
The scorer from Muhlenberg, Mrs. Beth Slater, retired math teacher in the high school, and otherwise sweetheart. We see her in the press box during football.
Sure do. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere. She's the Eggman. Second one, no good. She'll convert 1 of 2 at the charity stripe.
You don't want to go with the Roy Kent song? She's here, she's there.
Sticking with the classics. That one off front iron, no good. It's Metcham throwing it up. Set 3 here by Ramos, no good. Muhls will chuck up some threes. I said they average just under 3 made per game. Already with 2, both coming from Goodwin. Speaking of threes, there's Jess Parrott. Wondering how long she was going to stay quiet. Brings the Blazers to within 2. Brill now being double teamed. She'll kick it out. Corner pocket 3 is good by Cuenca. She answers in turn and the lead's back to 5. Muhls showing a little bit of fire here this evening.
That's how you do it.
Missing senior Liana Martir. That one picked off. Ramos to the other end, lays it in. Ramos went to the foul stripe twice in the first. Her first bucket from the field, give her 4. Lead now at its largest at 20-13. That one off the mark. Kicked around a bit. Rivas now diving after it on the floor, and we're going to have, I don't know, motion something. Show me something. I'm assuming it was a jump ball. They did not indicate jump ball, but I think it was a jump ball. Usually, they both just put their arms up to stop the clock, basically, and that there was a call to be made, but they didn't do the thumbs up to the sky.
Or yell, hey.
That's what I'm waiting for. No, it's Fonzie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turnaround layup. A little strong there. I think they raised him up a little bit higher than Fonzie. Fonzie was kind of tucked here at the hips.
It's not cool if you go too high.
That one have a block. And then rebounding the block and fouled. So we're going to have a Blazer flat foul after the fact.
Chasing after the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be on Kendra Dunn, it looks like. Goodwin back into the contest. Trying to get Goodwin open. She goes through the single screen. That one won't work. Instead, drive, kick, the 3. No good. Ramos not afraid to shoot from beyond the arc. Brill nearly comes up with a third steal here in rapid succession. Looking for another one. She digs in, picks up another, and makes a nice pass to Goodwin. Goodwin has it poked away from behind. It'll stay with the Mules. Good hustle there. Kenley Brill just all over the place on the defensive end. That time picking the pockets right on top of the key there. And we're going to have a travel called on the Mules. I would have went with a palming violation, but yeah, that works just fine too.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah. Anyway you slice it, it's a turnover. 7-point advantage. Still holding. That one fouled going up with it. And for Boone, that's Karina David-Heiser going to the line. David-Heiser, a 28.6% free throw shooter. Missed the first. The sarcastic cheer coming from the Muhlenberg bench.
Sarcasm from Muhlenberg? You're kidding me.
Never seen anything like it in my life. Second is up and good. Another three launched, and that one's good. Ramos finally strikes from beyond. She's been aiming for that all day. Finally got it. Now the lead stands at 9 with 2:44 left here in the second. And another foul here on the defensive end.
On number 13.
Kennedy Cavana come on down. Fresh into the contest for the Mules. Once again, they're going to have to figure out what to do with Brill at the top of this 2-3 zone. I'm talking about the Blazers, because it's working out great for the Mules.
She's stripping them a lot.
Yeah, she is active up top there. It's almost more like a box and one with the way that she's been playing it. That one in, out. I think it probably touched every part of the rim and a little bit of the net and still not going to go. And Cavana
Walks.
turns it over. You know, with the way that she's kind of free floating up top, and you can see how they're set up, well, eventually, that it is more or less a box and one at this point. You're sticking Brill all the way up top. You get a kick ball here. But it allows the Mules to collapse down low and also allows them to spread out maybe a little bit easier, not so much to the corners. It's kind of the weakness with the box and one, is stretching out the people along the baseline. And we're going to have a travel. Another turnover. The box and one does have its drawbacks, but of its perks, you have a really nasty pest at the top just bugging your point guard the entire time in the half-court offense. I'll take it. Brill will walk it up. Mules content to hold the basketball a little bit. Turnaround floater, no good. Ball loose on the floor, and we're going to have a jump ball. It'll go to the Blazers. That time they made the anti-Fonzie thumbs up. I don't know what you want to call that. Didn't realize that we had a sound effects board.
when I'm around, Ryan.
I know that I press your buttons, but I didn't think it was like soundboard buttons. Another turnover here for the Blazers. That's really been their primary issue this evening, is just the constant turnovers. The proverbial shooting yourself in the foot. Kavana driving baseline, kicking. Ramos, a three. Blazers with a little over a minute. Ramos with the pick. Almost 3-on-1. That one, I think, was meant for Brill. Instead, it's Kavana, and it's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mules. As Metcham will come back in. Also, one of the few gymnasiums that does not have a public address announcer ever. That is a full timeout.
Birdies.
Do I have the birdies, Reed?
You do.
You stick it under my computer?
You put your computer on top of it. There is a difference.
Well, I guess that would explain it.
It would.
Well, if you're craving the best burger in Berks County. Birdie's in at 5 points in Exeter. I almost drove past Birdie's trying to get here tonight. Because, you know.
Almost.
Almost. Go to Birdie's. They're in 5 points in Exeter. Juicy fresh beef patties, never frozen. Frozen brioche buns, fresh toppings, no gimmicks, just bold flavor like peanut butter and jelly.
Absolutely.
Birdie's is more than just great burgers. It's also entertainment. So out on the deck right now, you have Vic Raolji.
I went with Rioli, but you're good.
I mean, there's a J thrown somewhere in there, so I wanted to make sure that it was known that there's a J in his last name.
I went with an Italian interpretation. Rioli.
Rioli. Riolgi. Rioli? Whatever. His first name's Vic. I got that right last night. He's out there right now. He's been out there since 7 o'clock, and if you catch him, he's still there until 10. It's almost 2 hours of live acoustic music here this evening. And you have Maggie Marr tomorrow from 7 to 10 as well. Don't forget the late night menu both this evening and tomorrow evening from 9 to 11. That's Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 points in Exeter. Have fun, be kind. Ramos off the mark, but Brill will track down the miss. On the Mules, I'm not in any particular hurry. Up 9. Step in, jumper, no good. Honestly, I would have just been content to hold it for one. 43 seconds are not on the clock. Kavana ends up coming away with it, and she'll need to find a teammate and finds Brill. 18 seconds now. If Brill's smart, she'll just pull it out and hold for one. No shot. We're going to have a foul here on the floor. Cuenco with the inbound, looking for Ramos, finds her. Ramos, the fake pass to the baseline, and then the scoop shot won't go. 1 second. And that'll do it. How about this? The Mules up by 9 on the road, looking for that first victory, and they may just claim it here this evening. They hold the Blazers to just 5 points in the second quarter. Not too shabby out of them. Bianca Ramos leading the way with 7 points. Kaylee Goodwin with a pair of threes in the first has 6. Cuenco with 3, Brill with 5, and Metcham with 2. Meanwhile, for the Blazers, Parrott, a slow start for her. She has 6. Robinson with 4, and the only other person to score in that second quarter was Karina Davidheiser, 1 of 2 from the stripe. So excellent job forcing turnovers. Really, it's been Brill at the top of that zone defense, just wreaking havoc, and they're all the better for it, and now carry a 9-point lead thanks to mostly a lot of those turnovers before they can really get started on offense. So not too shabby out of the Mules. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have second half action right here on the Mules Sports Network.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/act now.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
You're watching the Muhls Sports Network on Jared Gallup Media.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. And I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
Welcome back to Birdsboro. Second half action here as the Mules clinging on to a 9-point advantage here after the first half of play. Not too shabby out of the Mules. Just talking to Jerry here. They've only allowed one opponent to not break 50, and that was the season opening tournament back on December the 5th, where they played Ephrata. Still ended up losing that game by 30. It was not a stellar offensive output. They have had their moments, and tonight may be one of them, as they, like I said, lead by 9.
Those turnovers they keep forcing.
It is those turnovers that they keep forcing. It's been a heck of a job by Kenley Brill at the top of that zone. Kind of following a similar path, at least player-wise, to the closest game that they were able to play here this entire season, which was back on December the 15th against Twin Valley. Twin Valley beat them by a dozen, mostly off the back of a 15-9 spurt in the second quarter that helped them pull away, but Bianca Ramos had 20 in that game. She had 3 3-pointers. Kenley Brill went to the line 10 times, finished with 17. About more of the same here. As Brill has 5, Ramos has 7, and Goodwin with 6. So the Mules start here in the first half. Brill kind of prodding that defense, which is now out in their own 2-3 zone. Brill chucking a 3. Woo! The soft finish gets it to go. The first double-digit lead of the contest for either side. And this time Brill called for the personal. She doesn't agree with it. Well, I think that we have a foul. Now the referees are confused here. The crowd, the coaching staff didn't hear who the foul was called on. Blazers with the side inbound. Looking to dump it down low. Trying to find space and dropping it in is Grace Glass. Her first bucket from the field. And Boone's in business here. Took a little around 2 minutes or so to get started in the first quarter when they came out cold. Muhls turn it over here. It's getting Glass working down low, turnaround, gets the soft roll. Glass with back-to-backs. And another three put up by Kenley Brill. She's feeling it. Just like that, almost on her average, she has 11. A couple of threes here to open up the third. Now swinging around once again. Glass down low, fouled. Well, they want to pick out Metcham down there. They think that that's the mismatch. And so far, so good. Glass with back-to-back possessions, dumping it in. Now she'll go to the stripe for two. Glass hits the first. Glass, a 40% free throw shooter, averages about 8 points a game. Misses the second. And we're going to have a travel called on Rivas. Rivas just tracking down that loose rebound. Ended up traveling in the process. First girls basketball game of the season that we're calling here, as Ramos called for the foul. Got her hands caught in the cookie jar that time. Her second. Team's third here in just the first 2:03. Trying to get it into Grace Glass. That was awkward. Neither Muhl guarding her were looking for it. They had their backs turned. And it goes off of the Muhls out of bounds. Stick with the Blazers. Once again, it seems very intent that they want to work that mismatch with Glass down low. Now Glass will set the screen. Set three from the corner is good. Well done off the inbounds there, as Parrott now has 9. That one chucked up from the right baseline. No good by Metcham. Now a 5-point lead. It has shrunk considerably here over the waning minutes. That one finds its way to Glass after a deflection. Right baseline jumper, well short. And it's going to be a jump ball. And some words. Honestly, now we have a technical foul. Metcham called for the tech. Well, it was going to be Muhlenberg basketball off of a jump ball.
Possession arrows pointing that way.
Mm-hmm.
It was before,
Instead, they should have some technical foul shots upcoming, I believe. And then it should be Blazer basketball. Can be anybody on the floor. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? There's 3 of you. Figure it out.
It does look like a land of confusion, doesn't it?
All right, here we go. The technical foul shots. Talia Robinson will go to the stripe for those. Switches the first. Robinson has hit all 3 so far. A 60% free throw shooter among the team leaders coming in. Bangs home the second. Wadsworth and Ottaviano both hovering around the 63% mark. This lead has now shrunk considerably. It is a 10-2 run by the Blazers with 5:24 left here in the third. There we go. Would have been Blazer basketball regardless, but instead they get 2 free points out of it, plus possession again. Makes 4 fouls on the Mules. Blazers will be in the bonus off the next one. Looking down low, that one stripped. Active hands from Rivas, pokes it away. Brill going 1-on-3, she'll pull it back out. She's had the hot hand so far, and she's open right now. She'll look for a little bit of help. Fortunately, both of those players at the top of the 2-3 trailing her as Ramos goes in, fouled. They're going to say that Glass got her with the body. Ramos to the line. Foul number 3 on Grace Glass, and that is a good way to neutralize her on the offensive end, is by going right after her on the defensive end. Ramos clangs the first. They will need to take Glass out. Taylor Williams will check in. Second one's good by Ramos. Give her 8. Leads back to 4. Driving baseline, stuff, put back, no good. Ball still in the Blazers' possession, and we're going to have a foul. And it's not the referee underneath who had a clear view of everything. It would be the referee here on the near side running in who saw a foul from about 30 feet away.
Ryan, you know what we need to do? We need to get to know these referees. We've been doing this for 6 years. We've seen this lady. We've seen the guy on the left 100 times. I don't know their names.
That one grazes the front of the rim, I think. Second one upcoming here. It's Wadsworth taking the free throws. Rattles in the second. 3 for 6 are the Blazers. They're hovering around 50%. That one an ill-advised pass, and we're going to have a foul, I believe, on the Blazers. And the foul, I believe, is on the Mules. I think it's on, they're calling it on Cuenca. Cuenca beside herself with the foul call there. And the Blazers going to take a timeout. That was the most decisive action I've seen this third quarter out of anyone of authority.
Yeah, that's decisive action.
It's by Boone's coach. 4:17 left. The Mules holding on to a 3-point advantage. It's been a slippery slope here over the past couple of minutes.
So what I was saying to you, we need to get to know these refs. We've seen this lady.
What's that, King?
And we've seen this guy 170 times.
Look, so I can complain about him by name on air?
Yes. This guy I don't recall ever seeing.
Yeah, I think it's the first time for me, too.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like I definitely would have had something to say.
We need to make a concerted effort to get the officials' names. Agreed?
We can certainly do that.
Because we need to give them props,
I mean,
too.
the ADs know him. You can ask Tim the next time that we're at Muhlenberg.
Yeah.
He knows who the checks are written out to.
Yes,
He's probably signing the checks.
Yes, he does.
Unless that goes through, that might go through the Treasury Department here at the school district.
I just went down and talked to Beth Slater. Could I ask her?
There you go. That one touches every part of the rim and won't fall for Ottaviano. That one doesn't need rim. Swishes it straight through. Now it's a 2-point lead. Still coming out in a zone, but matched up a little bit more. Now they'll get back to it. Brill eyeing up the zone. Not a lot of movement out of the Mules offense here as that one hits a Blazer, goes out of bounds after hitting the referee, of which I don't know her name. Goodwin's pass intercepted. Here goes Parrott trying to go coast to coast, stepping in, and meeting and greeting her down low was Rivas. I believe Rivas getting a piece of that. Goes out of bounds. We'll stick with the Blazers. Nice job by Rivas getting back there. They're going to throw Parrott down low, and we're going to have a travel called on the Blazers. They've really cut down on a lot of those mistakes, especially on the offensive end. And the referee would like to start this as a side out in front of the Blazer bench. I'll say I would get really confused by these lines at midcourt here at Daniel Boone. Got 3 of them running parallel to each other, and the other 2 are only about half as thick as the middle line. A little confusing. Corner 3. Just keep feeding Kaylee Goodwin. Her 3rd 3 of the night. She has 9. And finally, Mules something to show for it here. They've watched that 11-point lead, stood at 25-14. 12-6 run. Nice job by Rivas, a decisive rebound that time. And up ahead of Goodwin. That time pass red, stripped away. Robinson reading the passing lane that time. Parrott will chuck for 3. That one deadens on the side of the rim, and we're going to have another jump ball. It's going to stay. Now that possession arrow will finally change. Mules with just 8 points this quarter so far. That one blocked again. Rivas having a little block party down there. Second one in as many possessions. Brill with the fake, drives with the left, counted and one. Brill realizing that she can kind of take over here a little bit. Has 8 points in the stanza, 13 in the contest. That will be on Ottaviano, her second. Brill 3 of 4 this evening. Make it 3 of 5. I'm sure it was all due to the rumbling of the crowd out here.
Every time.
Every stinking time. It's the only thing that you can blame it on. 2 minutes now left in the third. This one launched from the left side of the arc, no good. Put back attempt. And once again, it's the referee running in from all the ways away to make the call. It's going to be on Cuenca.
She ran in from Champaign, Illinois.
Go fight in Illini.
Oh. Game on, isn't it?
I know my college towns. First one good.
Oregon, Indiana game is on, isn't it?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, no, I checked out from college football after Penn State lost to Oregon and then lost again. That one no good. Continuing the Boone stretch here, this entire quarter, they've gone 1 of 2 at the stripe. 5 different occasions. Muhls lead stands at 6. Ramos, a little head fake into the corner. Brill turn around in the paint and one again.
Oh.
Brill with 10 in the third. Give her 15. Looking for Sweet 16 at the stripe. She's 3 of 5.
See that?
Joey Schlaffer going to Temple. How about that? That went off the front of the rim. Honestly, it's a better spot for him.
It is.
It's a much better spot for him.
You'll see some playing time.
At Lincoln Financial Field, no less.
No less.
Maybe not with the Birds, but still in the same stadium. This one from way downtown, Steph Curry range. Rivas grabs the board, strips it away, and gets it ahead to Goodwin. As Brill will start the offense. Like I said, now going a little one-on-one more so. Gets a screen, and they're going to call a moving screen on Rivas. David Heiser back in for Rivas. That is number 4. And now we have to have a reminder that the bench is not allowed to engage with the players on the court. I think they're just trying to make abundantly clear that it was the JV players being allowed and not their own bench. So they moved all their bench players to one side. So the JV players would be completely unhidden, so the blame can go completely to them. As Talia Robinson steps in, her second bucket. Give her 7. Ramos underneath, throws up the wild reverse, and a travel on Rivas. 22 seconds left.
Is it me or are we seeing a lot of the word I used before? Persnickety.
Persnickety?
Actions by the referees. Like this whole season.
Well, this is a situation where I think I would have liked to see the Mules hold for 1. That one blocked. Brill grabs the rebound, steps out of bounds. 8 seconds remaining. It'll stay with the Blazers. Hey, that's just the circumstance where I would like to see him hold on to the basketball and just hold for 1. You have 22 seconds left. You have a 6-point advantage. What you don't want to have happen is this. Have them cut into your advantage with just 8 seconds left. The clock still hasn't started, by the way. Now it starts. That one blocked. The Mules up ahead, so they will luck out of this. A 3 up on the way by Cuevas. They're going to wave it off before, and they're going to call a travel.
Dude, that was a great shot. That was a great shot. Ryan just threw his pen.
I'm just here to say that the referees suck the fun out of every single game, this game included. 35-29 at the end of 3. The Mules holding on to that lead, looking for their first victory of the season here in 10 attempts. And they'll look to finish it off here in just a bit on the Mules Sports Network. Back to it here for the fourth quarter. 35-29. Muhls built that lead up to 11 at one point. It was 25-14. A decisive run by the Blazers got them back into it. The player who led the charge there, Grace Glass, dealing with some foul trouble. She sat with 3 fouls. Now the referees are going to make the JV team move away from the bench. They're going to have to sit all the way up here to make a ruckus. And we're going to have a 3 in the key call, I think. I believe it's a 3-second violation on the Muhls. I'm putting my headphones back the opposite way. I think we have better luck that way.
You're not superstitious.
That's on me. Yeah, see? Moved it back the other direction. We got a travel call on the Blazers. I'm going to keep it this way now.
Did you actually
Usually
did
I
it?
try to keep the ear closest to you, like off my ear a little bit so I can hear.
Okay.
This time I have the headset firmly in my left ear with the mic on my left side, with you on my left side, which is unnatural. And I've been that way. We have a lead. And I went back the other direction for the fourth quarter thinking, oh, I like this way better. And then we turned it over. So I immediately flip it back. They turn it over.
You're not wearing the same underwear from last night, are you?
No,
Okay,
no.
just checking.
No, fresh and clean every day. It's not like the Phillies. I will say, when the Phillies were in the playoffs a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I have that Bryce Harper shirt, and I wore it. And every time I wore it, they won. So eventually I just kept wearing it during every single playoff game until they lost.
And didn't wash it.
Yeah, I mean, it took 4 or 5 games. The Muhls turn it over here.
Until the funk overwhelmed you?
The funk wasn't all that bad.
You're not a sweaty guy.
Spray it with Febreze.
You are not a sweaty guy.
I mean, not during playoff season. That's October. That one trying to dump it down low, and there's the turnovers that plagued the Blazers in the first half. Rearing their ugly head here as that one poked away. Sloppy all the way around here to open up the fourth. Alexis Hernandez into the game. Brill looking for a screen. Driving in, kicking. You have someone in the corner there. They'll swing it back out. This is the right approach here for the Muhls. You have a 6-point advantage. Like I said, hold on to the basketball a little bit. You don't have to be in such a rush to
Clock
try
management.
to extend this lead. And there you go. Well, and this is the other thing that can happen. You don't cough up the basketball. You can do this all you want. She gets a 5-second call. Hounded by 5 seconds by the defender. You got to cough it up. Can't do that. Keeps the ball out of one person's hand, just dribbling around like Harlem Globetrotters.
The Curly Neal special.
I won't do the whistle thing, but I don't want to blow hot air into the mic like that.
Also don't want you two to take this down for
Sweet
copyright
Georgia Brown.
infringement.
Yeah, if I was whistling Sweet Georgia Brown. And jump ball, it'll stay again. Nice active hands that time. Getting a little spark out of Hernandez. Going right to Grace Glass off the inbound, counted in one. On the Muhls, I'm just going right after on the offensive end. Driving right towards her, I'm going to try to draw a foul and draw foul number 4 and put her in foul trouble the rest of this game and make her think long and hard about any time that somebody wants to enter the key.
You going to change your headphones again now?
No. No. That was a once and done thing. No good by Glass. And they're going to...
You know, if we shined a light on the ref right now, should be making great hand signals, hand shadows on the wall.
I can't quite figure out what's going on here either. Muhlenberg basketball, and the Mules can now make their substitution. Good Lord. If anyone is interested in becoming a referee for you or any of your loved ones, if you know the sport or not, PIAA is looking for referees. Make sure to go to PIAA.org to learn more.
That is the truth, Ryan.
I should bring that up more often. Skying in is Parrott. Parrott loses the handle, and they're going to say it's Blazer basketball.
Our buddy Jason Croft, PIAA official, constantly telling me, Jerry, we need people. You know,
should have been a kick ball, and yeah, there you go. It's a kick ball, and it was last touched by somebody standing out of bounds. Yeah, there you go. Muhlenberg basketball. Oh, my gosh. That one, gunning for Ramos. Brill comes up with it. She'll just step into one. Clangs it off the glass, no good. And we're going to have a blocking foul called on Ramos. Now we're starting to get a little punchy here with 5:06 left in the fourth, both on the broadcast and on the court. It's Ramos, that's her third. Important for the Mules to try to bring this home here. 4-point advantage. Got to dial it in. Parrott for three. Clangs it off back iron. Drive to the left. That one swatted away by Brill. Got a piece of it. As Wadsworth has it knocked away. Ottaviano will take it underneath here for the Blazers. 4:45 left in the fourth. Little slide step, three no good. Putback attempt from the right wing off the mark. Ball on the floor. We're going to have another jump ball, and this one will belong to the Mules. Good possession management down there by the clock operator, too. Waiting to switch it until the ball is touched inbounds. And we're going to have a timeout taken here by the Mules. I believe a full one. Take a full timeout here with 4:29 left in the fourth. It's been a weird fourth quarter so far. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, lots of indecisiveness and other things by referees. 2
points for the Blazers, none by the Mules with 4:29 left here in the fourth.
Bizarre.
So this is rather unfulfilling fourth quarter for both sides. You know what will be filling? A burger from Birdie's.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
How about that transition?
Dude, you're a master.
Yeah, pulled my back trying to get that out. Yeah, just go, yeah, there's all this copy here. Just go for the burgers. Seriously, if you're going, I was telling Jerry about going to Tony's of West Reading.
Yep.
And him, if you ever get a chance, go through the one-star reviews. They're a hoot to read because Tony responds to each and every single one of them. And one lady complained about how her burgers and chicken sandwich were not great from Tony's of West Reading, which is a renowned cheesesteak place. You go, you get the Passy-Young Prime, or you get whatever he's got on special, but usually the Passy-Young Prime, right?
Right.
You know, it's hand-packed carved meat. You know, it's fantastic. If you haven't done it, it's the best cheesesteak that you'll have in Berks County. But a lady was complaining that she didn't like her burgers and chicken sandwich, and Tony responded like, "You don't go, like, don't come here and not get a cheesesteak, my lady. That's on you.
Instead, you
don't
should go to
Birdie's.
Birdie's.
Don't go to Birdie's and not get a burger. Go get a burger from Birdie's. Like, don't go there and be like, oh, well, I'm thinking about like a chicken Caesar salad. You can do that, but you'd probably be wrong. And we're going to have a travel here along the baseline by the Mules. Just go get a burger. Just go get a burger. Don't overcomplicate things. But you know what? They're more than just burgers. They also have entertainment. Right now they got Vic out there playing his acoustic guitar, I would assume, by acoustic. I'm assuming he's not doing like a mandolin or something. But
Never know.
Vic's out there until 10 o'clock this evening. That one hangs on the front of the rim, no good. Glass goes up, and once again, it's the referee the furthest away from the basket making the call. She's right on it.
Came from Keokuk that time.
You got Maggie Marr tomorrow from 7 to 10 out there on the deck. And don't forget, starting in just 6 minutes, you can access that late night menu. Both tonight and tomorrow night from 9 to 11. That's Birdie's in 160 Old Friedensburg Road. 5 Points in Exeter. Have fun, be kind.
Sounds like a plan. Late night menu. Not far from Birdie's now.
Like I said, almost passed by coming in. Because that's apparently how you get here from Spring Valley Road.
It's one way.
Glass 1 of 2 at the stripe. The lead is now just a single possession at 3. They're coming out to try to trap them, and yeah, the 5 seconds has to be up here. Ramos has to cough it up. We got to learn our lessons from possession to possession here. Ramos being guarded. Now being double teamed. She has to get rid of it. You can hear the Boone head coach counting out 5 seconds, then getting into 6, 7. They're holding on to the basketball, but now with a 3-point advantage, you can show a little bit of expedience. I don't think they're going to hold the basketball for the final 3 minutes of this contest, even if they would like to. Now they're going to try to double team Ramos, and we're going to have a foul called on the Blazers.
That worked.
I believe that we're going to have a white timeout here. And we are. Another full timeout here for the Blazers. It's clearly nothing that they were doing was getting the 5-second calls. It'll be a full timeout for them. We'll take a full timeout here too real quick. 2:45 left, 3-point lead for the Muhls as they desperately hanging on here in the 4th. So we come in for a landing right here on the Muhls Sports Network.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. And I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
.245 left. The Muhls scoreless through the first 5 minutes and 15 seconds of the 4th quarter. Boone, it's not like they've really taken advantage either, as we're going to have a foul here on Parrott. Jess Parrott has 9 for the Blazers. That one stolen away by the Blazers. They can make it a 1-point game, feed it down low. That one up and no good. The Muhls get bailed out, triple teamed in the corner. You need her to take a timeout. Finally, she finds Cuesta. Cuesta ends up on the floor. Brill picks it up, has to get across midcourt, finally does. Well, this is going to be a spicy landing here as Brill, the floater, no good. I no longer have any idea what's happening. Blazers down by 3, 2 minutes left. Looking down low. Shot put up off the backboard, no good by Glass. Putback attempt by Ottaviano, and she's fouled going up with it and goes to the stripe. Ottaviano, her second trip there, she's 1 of 2. the Blazers are coming out and virtually triple teaming. And it's just Brill trying to break her way out of triple teams consistently. If you're the Mules, you got to take a timeout and try to figure this out. This is the cat and mouse game. You had the Blazers take a timeout. They come out and decide, hey, we're going to start triple teaming. Like, we're just going to make them try to break through all this help defense. And so far, it's worked. Misses both at the stripe. We're going to have a jump ball. It stays. But this is the cat and mouse game, where you take a timeout yourself and you're like, all right, you want to come out and triple team? We're going to find a way to game plan around it and see how you can get it figured out. Looking down low once again. Glass unable to finish her putback. She's the only person to make a bucket from the field, and it's now a 1-point game. Once again, the Mules, 0 points here in the fourth. And that one's stolen away. Nearly stripped away again. We're going to have a really quick jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Mules. It'll be a Blazer turnover as a result, but it'll stay with the Mules. Glass, the only player from either side to make a bucket from the field. She's the only person to score at all in this fourth quarter so far. And we have 1:27 left. Cuenca. Now finally they'll move it around. This is what the Mules should have been doing all along. Make them move. Don't think about shooting, just make them move. Make them work, make them foul you. They have 2 fouls to give. Make them use every single one of them. All right. And we're going to have a turnover instead by Brill. Gonna have a timeout taken here by the Blazers. 59 seconds remaining. An incredibly frustrating fourth quarter, to say the least, here for the Mules.
Indeed.
Take this timeout. Figure out a way around the pressure. It requires quick passing, requires a little bit of strategy as to where you're going to set up on the court, but it can be done. That's how you break pressure defense, is by quick passing. What did we teach our 6- and 7-year-olds? Well, maybe like 7-, 8-, 9-year-olds. Which is faster, dribbling or passing? The answer is always passing. The ball gets there faster than your feet can, right? That's how you pass around a zone defense. That's how you pass around pressure. It's quick passing. It's moving to the ball. It's flashing to different spots on the court. You got to sit here during this timeout, figure it out. You got 59 seconds left. You haven't scored yet here in the fourth. The Blazer, they have possession. And at this point, may as well just hold for one, I guess. If you wanted to.
Yeah.
You know, hold for a final possession if you wanted. I've watched Elko hold it for 2 minutes. The Mules seemingly wanted to hold it for 3.5. And now the entire crowd shouting that it is Daniel Boone basketball. Once again, that's PIAA.org if you'd like to get involved to become a referee. That's PIAA.org. I'm sure that they have a become a referee link if you'd like to have a crack at it. Come in off the street, take a test or don't. Just show up in a referee jersey maybe. They'll let you in. 50 seconds left, that one. Ball on the ground, everyone going after it. I think we're going to have another jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Blazers again. I think.
Should.
Though who knows?
Possession arrows that way.
The thing is, neither of the 3 referees actually signaled for a jump ball. They just blow their whistle dead.
The taller guy did.
The taller, oh,
He
wow.
did.
One of them, cool.
He did.
He was the one that didn't move. The 3 on the way. Talia Robinson. And we have a foul down here that nobody knows about. But there is a foul, and it should be an inbound over here on the side. I don't even think the referees knew that they blew the whistle.
Did get a little bit loud at that moment.
For a third time, that's PIAA.org, become a referee. Hang on, I'll find the exact website if I need to. PIAA, become an official. So if you're interested, PIAA.org/officials/become.
Pretty simple.
They even have a junior official program, if you would like.
Oh, boy.
And Muhlenberg looking for a timeout, and she couldn't find a referee, and I'm pretty sure she just screamed in that poor guy's ear. 30-second timeout here.
Dude.
So if you want to become an official, you can apply online, which is apparently new for the PIAA. Otherwise, you needed to apply by mail. Welcome to the 21st century.
Welcome to the 20th century.
Oh, my God. What?
Well, they
I
do
feel
have
like
a
I
new
entered
director.
a weird time warp here.
They do have a new director. What's his name? Bob. Retired.
Blagojevich?
DiCarlo or something. Retired.
Uh-huh. Anyway, you can apply online. You can log into your account, purchase, and pass the online PIAA officials examination anytime. That's how easy it is, folks.
That is how easy it is.
Brill, driving, kicking, Ramos a three. Won't go. Got the board. Put back is good and one. Pick the perfect time to get your first bucket here. As Rivas, her first bucket of the evening, comes on an offensive rebound and an and one to tie the game with 25 seconds left.
Looking for the go-ahead.
No pressure here for Rivas. Misses. Tie game here. Boone will likely hold for one. Ramos getting after it. They don't have a foul to give. Timeout taken, 13 seconds left. Coming in for a landing. If you are the Muhlenberg coaching staff, you either decide to foul somebody who you want to foul, send them to the stripe, and force them to make shots, and then you'll get a chance here at the final whistle. Or you're going to play defense for 13 seconds, which means hands off. You're not giving them any freebies because next foul's in the penalty. You have no fouls to give. You need to keep your hands to yourself. They were very lucky there that Bianca Ramos made contact with that ball. You can't be reaching into the cookie jar this late into the contest with no fouls to give. So it's hands to yourself, hands straight up in the air.
There's no wiggle room.
Zero wiggle room, no room for error. So it's either choose somebody to foul and put them to the line, or roll the dice here on playing good defense for 13 seconds. We'll see what the Mules decide to come out and do. Those are your two options. They're not going to guard the inbounder. They're going to double up on glass. Looking underneath, turnaround, fadeaway is good. And once again, the clock has not started. Now they want to start the clock. Now they finally tick off some seconds. At any point in time, if they would like to start the clock, that would be fantastic. And now they're going to come over and they realize that the clock didn't start. You know what? Maybe I've spoke too harshly about this particular referee. Because she seems to be the only one with it together, maybe.
They just don't seem
I'm not
focused.
I'm going to reserve my full and unbridled thoughts until the microphone is completely cut off. But I have a suspicion, and I'm not going to be making it known on the broadcast as to what's going on here. But I think at least one thing is pretty clear and obvious with the refereeing crew.
It's 39-37, Ryan.
8 seconds left. And there wasn't a timeout, but they're going to make them take it on the side. I thought it would be underneath, but that works too. I could be confused about that, but it's probably going to be up to Brill. If you're the Mules, I would assume they're sending everyone out. You're looking to go a little pick and pop maybe, trying to get Brill towards the basket, give her a little bit of an edge to just get down there. If you are Kaylee Rivas, you probably want to pull away from the basket a little bit and give her a little bit more breathing room and make sure that Glass isn't going to be sneaking down there on the low block. I'd just be setting everybody up, pulling everyone away from there. If that's what you're looking to do, just get Brill close to the basket and let her drive. I think that's what you have to do. And you got to pull Rivas away. So Rivas is either going to come up as a screen. 6-5. She will be the screen. Brill drives, kicks. Rivas for the win.
Refs are running off the court.
They probably should.
Wow.
Probably should. And Boone just shy of the fans storming the court for their third victory of the season against the winless Muhlenberg Mules.
Wow, man.
I don't know what I really witnessed there towards the end, but oh boy, it was something. Let's take a quick breather. Let me tally everything up, and we'll be right back here. As 39-37, your final score. We'll get everything tallied and be right back here on the Muhls Sports Network. back to wrap this one up very briefly. The Blazers taking it by a 39-37 final. The Mules just 2 points in the fourth quarter, and they came excruciatingly late. By the ways of Kaylee Rivas. I think the Blazers are still celebrating that victory out in the hallway. Interesting. Anyway, Talia Robinson leading the way for them. 12 points for her, including 5 in the fourth quarter, including a dagger 3 that pulled them level. 11 for Grace Glass. She was really the catalyst here in the second half. 10 of her 11 points coming after the break. Jess Parrott, their leading scorer, held to just 9, scoreless here in the fourth, but contributed the rest of the way. And then a handful of players with a point apiece. And Kendra Dunn with 3. Meanwhile, for the Mules, they were led by Kenley Brill, who, despite everything that she did in the third quarter, scoring 10 points of her own, goes scoreless in the fourth. Bianca Ramos, again, 8 points for her, hit a 3, unable to do anything in the fourth quarter. Kaylee Goodwin had 3 3-pointers in the contest, good for 9 points. But again, those all came in bunches. Rihanna Cuenca with a 3 in the second quarter. Kaylee Rivas again with that late bucket. And Kendall Metcham with 2 points as well. Mules had their bright spots tonight. They did really well with that box-and-one zone. And again, it's that war of, constantly going back and forth between the coaching staffs, trying to make adjustments. And you're like, all right, they come out of a box-and-one. This is how we adjust. And then it's on to the Mules to readjust and do all of that. And I think that was just a part that was kind of missing. And if you are missing your head coach, makes a lot of sense, right? If you just had a kid unable to be here, makes a lot of sense that, maybe the coaching, you're relying on the assistants, not quite as sharp edgewise when it comes to those types of things. And, maybe in a different circumstance, they walk away here with, a pretty handy victory. They had an 11-point lead, just unable to sustain it, especially in that fourth quarter. You're not going to win games if you can't score in the fourth and close out everything. And they had a chance. They had a multitude of chances. This fourth quarter lasted for what seemed like an eternity, all the way into the waning seconds here, and that's when Boone finally overtook the Mules. It wasn't like they had some big spurt at the beginning of the fourth. It was a slow drain the entire fourth quarter before they finally relented here and lost by 2.
It was a slow drain the second half.
Yeah,
Then an
really
11-point lead at the beginning of the second half.
So unfortunately, Boone picking up their third victory here. Muhlenberg will drop to 0-10. We'll cover them again very shortly as they will take on the Ole Valley Lynx in just a hot second. The Lynx on the opposite end of the spectrum here so far, as they are 6-0 in league play, 9-4 overall. They currently sit atop of Berks, 4 over top of the likes of Kutztown, Talpi, Brandywine Heights, and Antietam. They've currently won their past 2 games, including a 67-21 victory here this evening against Fleetwood. They have Boyertown tomorrow in a non-league matchup, and then they'll have the Mules here on the 12th, but they're currently on a 2-game winning streak, looking to make it 3 tomorrow, so they'll be a hot team coming in for the Mules. Like I said, a lot of really good things that they ended up doing this evening, a lot of good things that they can take away, and then there's going to be an awful lot that they're going to study here at the end of that second half to find out exactly what went wrong, despite having that lead.
It's a teaching moment, right?
It's a teaching moment all the way across the board, I believe. So they'll get right to it, and they'll come right back to the hardwood on Monday. About a 7:30 start time, give or take, but the Mules traveling to Ole Valley. I promise not to come here instead. I will go to Ole Valley and get it done right this time.
Ryan, shout out very quickly to the administrators here at Boone, specifically Eileen Schmidt, the AD, who was nothing but amazing in dealing with us.
Always appreciate being up here on the track.
As she always is. She's awesome every time we come.
It's honestly not a bad spot. We get to be up and away from
spot.
people. I get to, talk behind some of the fans, and they get to hear me heckle PIAA.org.
What was that?
Anytime that I watch them have their heads turn like they're in The Exorcist, it's a good time for me. So
you do create Linda Blair moments, so you know.
Anyway, we're back in on Monday. We'll catch you then. This one an unfortunate result as they do drop to 0-10, but looking for that first win again against Ole Valley and the Berks 4 opponent on Monday, about a 7:30 start time for us on the Muhls Sports Network. Anything else, Jerry?
That's it, buddy.
All right. Thanks to our fans. Thanks to Birdies. Thanks to Jerry for pulling this all together as always. Thanks to Ole Valley, and thanks to everyone for listening in. We'll catch you Monday.
Thanks to Ole Valley. Thanks to Daniel Boone.
Yeah, thanks to Daniel Boone. Well, thanks to Ole Valley, too, for letting us in.
Hey, man.
Thanks to Daniel Boone. I forgot where we were. The home of the Blazer Pride right in front of me. Big DB. I don't know where I'm at. Time to go home. See ya.